Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking to you from lloydmachedo.com. Who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? I got this question from some of the people who are actually looking out for jobs in Dubai. And they asked me this rather practical question. They asked me like, Lloyd, what are the employers in UAE actually looking for? What are the expectations? What is it like? Like, what do they allow? What do they not allow? So I thought I'd just sum up 10 points what employers are looking for in Dubai, UAE, especially where employees are concerned. Okay. Now, these are just my views. I would recommend you getting, let's say, another view from someone else. Sorry. And, just verify. Any information that is given, verify. Don't just believe it blindly. Okay. So these are the 10 things that employers are looking for. Number one. Okay. Point number one. Whenever an employer is employing a person, he will always calculate the expense of the person annually. Let's say, for example, your salary is 10,000 dirhams. Dirhams is the currency of Dubai, UAE. They will calculate, okay, I'm spending 10,000 dirhams on this guy. That is 120,000 dirhams per year. So what is the revenue this guy is bringing me? Generally, the standard is, if you spend 10,000 dirhams per month, the guy should bring in 100,000. So in a year, if they are spending, let's say, 120,000 dirhams, they are expecting around 1.2 million. So the first thing what they're looking for is the guy is a revenue generator, or the guy is a person who increases business or the market share. So the first one is you must be a revenue generator, or you must be a guy who improves business or revenues. So if you can position yourself and prove yourself to be a guy who brings in more revenue, who increases the market share, who brings in more business, they are going to keep you no matter what, because they are looking at these cash cows. That's number one. The second point number two is you being someone who can cut down costs and overheads, or save them the processes, or save them the let's say. By employing you, you're taking the place of two people. So they're always looking for these cost savers, these people who can work and take on the two people's roles. Let's say, for example, you are a receptionist and you are a office administrator. So it's two in one. Let's say, for example, you are a receptionist and you also, prove the role of serving customers, more like an office boy, taking care of guests and everyone else. So they're pretty happy. Let's say, for example, you're a sales guy and you're earning enough revenue that covers two people's expense, or you are generating double the revenue. So what you're doing is you're saving two people's cost. So they are searching. And how do they do this is when they advertise, they normally, let's say, for example, there was sales executives, then there is sales supervisor, sales manager. So what they'll do is, if your target at level 1, that is sales executive, was 10,000, at sales supervisors 20,000, and at sales manager was, say, 50,000, what they'll do is they will advertise the position for sales supervisor. They'll give you the same salary that they're giving a sales executive, but they'll say that, oh, we are making you a sales supervisor, plus you'll get more commission if you earn more. And so what happens is you're practically pushing yourself to earn more revenue for the company at that position. And then if they have, let's say, instead of two supervisors, one supervisor is taking care of two teams, well, they have cut down their cost. So the second point is being a cost-saving role player. The third one is a person who actually blends into the system and turns a blind eye. Because what happens is they don't want you to rock the boat. They don't want you to challenge the status quo. They don't want you to reinvent the wheel. If a businessman has run a company for a couple of years, he knows how to play the game. He knows how to generate revenue. He's not looking for a smart ass who can come there and say, let's try this new thing. Unless, of course, you're really very good at it and you have a proven track record. Otherwise, they are normally very happy with doing what they're doing, and you do what others are doing. So you need to blend into the system. So if, for example, everyone calls the employer sir, you also call the employer sir. Don't say, hi, Abdullah, how are you doing? Trust me, there'll be grounds for dismissal. If everyone is kissing the ass of the, let's say, the manager and dancing to his tune, you need to do the same. So blend in, don't challenge the status quo. Point number 4 is being the yes man. They don't want a new person coming there and questioning, no, why should we do this? Oh, what is the logic behind it? What is the reason behind it? If everyone's doing it, be the yes man, just do the job, just do what everyone else is doing. So being a yes man definitely helps. They're not looking for someone who questions everything. It's like, for example, religion. Many people do not like to be questioned about the authenticity of their religion or to prove that their religion is correct. Or if you ask them evidence, they don't like it. So in the same way, in a corporate setup, they want you to be the yes man. Point number 5. They are always looking for someone who can prove to be the ROI for them. That is the return on investment, who can help them get a healthy one. See, what you need to keep in mind is most of the companies, when they're employing you, they spend around 10,000 dirhams to process your visa, pay for the legalities and everything else that comes in between. So they're actually looking to cover this expense over the next couple of years. So every year that you continue with them, it is less training for them. It is less you getting familiar with the system. It is less orientation, less of the induction process. So if you join them and they know that you are the type who's going to stick around for a couple of years because you're not employable anywhere else, they are making their return on investment. So the next point is the return on investment by working for a couple of years. Then point number 6. Now this one may be looked upon controversially, but this is the standard that is there in Dubai, UAE. And that is, please keep in mind that whatever bullshit that they give you is, if you have an open door policy, everyone's equal, you prove yourself, you can achieve anything, you can climb up and all that bullshit. You're never, never, never equal to the employer. You're never equal to the boss. You're never equal to the big guys. That is why the more money you have, people stand, bow their head, dance, to their tune and wag their tails. Money talks. So you're never equal to the employer. Never ever think that you're equal to your boss, because the day you position yourself that way, you can say goodbye to your employment very soon. Point number 7 is there is a tendency for employers in Dubai to look for people with a slave mentality. What do I mean by that is, once you sign the dotted line, you sign the employment contract, you have, and this is a practice that is still followed, you can challenge me for this, they ask you to give your passport, your legal document to them so they can keep it with them. And they say, we'll give you when you need it. Now that is an illegal practice that is still followed, but they want you to give your passport to them. So you're more like a slave. You're more like, whatever you do, you need to dance to their tunes. They want slaves. They want people who will submit to the authority and never question them. So slave mentality is very, very important. Point number 8 is flexibility, but one-sided flexibility. What do I mean by that? Now, there are many companies that I know who don't pay salaries on time, and then they'll give you all these excuses. Oh, market is down, payments have not come in. This guy, he was supposed to give us, but, we need to adjust. So they'll expect flexibility from your side. You need to adjust and, just keep quiet and, they'll give you the salary next month because they are, rotating the cash. But you can't expect them to have the same understanding for you. Let's say, for example, you don't perform for the month, they are not going to keep quiet. You don't achieve your targets for the month, they are not going to keep quiet. You prove to be, a guy who's not performing, and you become a liability, or you made a big mistake. Don't expect the same kind of flexibility or understanding from their side. Point number 9. Now, this one is widely practiced in Dubai, UAE, and the whole of UAE, is you need to put in more hours of work, which is an unstated, unspoken rule. Let's say, for example, they will say you work 8 hours a day, but you're actually working 12 hours a day or 14 hours a day. They will say you work 5 days a week, and then they'll bring up the aspect of you didn't achieve your targets. How you can take a holiday. This customer wants this project has to be finished on time. We're working through a deadline. So instead of 5 days a week, you'll end up 6 days a week. You will end up 7 days a week. You'll end up having to pick up the phone when you're at home. The boss will call you whenever he wants. He'll tell you what is happening with this project. He'll call you at odd hours of the day. He'll tell you, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you pick up this? Can you pick up that? And so you'll be working more number of hours than you're being paid for. And how they manage to corner you with this is they'll say targets are not achieved. If you achieved your targets, you can go home early. That's all bullshit, So don't expect that you'll be working lesser than the number of hours stated. And last, if not the least, is they will always expect you to have absolutely blind obedience. Do not question the system. Do not change the system. Don't try to be the maverick, because when you show blind obedience, yes sir, no sir, nod your head sir, and all that stuff, they're very happy with you because you're a good boy, good doggy, good doggy. So that's what they look out for, blind obedience. And that is why you'll always see everyone just follows like the sheep. And that is one of the reasons why UAE, in most of the companies in Dubai, UAE, you'll never get leaders, you'll never get trendsetters, you'll never get people who challenge the status quo, the rebels, because they just want everyone to be the sheep. So these are the 10 things that employees are looking for in Dubai, UAE. If you think that I'm wrong, if you think, he's talking all shit, I challenge you to pick up the points. I put them in the description box below and tell me where exactly am I wrong. And, I'd love to hear from you. So Lloyd from Machedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you the 10 fruits or the 10 expectations that employers in Dubai, UAE have, where employees are concerned. Let me know what you think. I read your comments. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care.